friends, and welcome to another French Fry Trains Minecraft train tutorial. Today, we're going to be building this London Underground 1995 tube stock train. And I'll show you how to build the first car, and then how we need to copy it and modify it to make the rest of the train. So let's get right into the build here. So our first step is to take polished deep slate slabs, and we're going to come in here and we need to get it on the upper hitbox, and we're going to build a 5 by 3 coming out to each side of the rails. Then we're going to put 3 on this front middle. Then come behind it here and we're going to put a polished deep slate wall on each rail right behind it. Behind that, a set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle. Then 3 polished deep slate stairs going this way, skip a block forward, and another 3 going this way. Delete this one, turn around, 3 going the opposite way in this gap, and 3 going the opposite way right here. Then another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle, and then a polished deep slate wall on each rail. So it looks like this from the side. Then, coming right off the polished deep slate walls at the back here on the upper hitbox, we're going to make a 5 by 5 of polished deep slate slabs. Then once we have that, we're going to come directly behind it in the middle here, and we're going to switch to polished blackstone and put a line of 9 polished blackstone blocks coming up the middle. Then at the front of this polished blackstone, we're going to put a grindstone on each side. Then 3 blocks of lodestone on each side. Then a sideways spruce fence gate on each side. Then 3 outward facing blast furnaces on each side. And at the back, a grindstone on each side again. Then coming off the back of this on the upper hitbox, we're going to do another 5 by 5 of polished deep slate slabs. Then in front of that, polished deep slate wall on each rail, then a set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. 3 polished deep slate stairs facing this way in front of it, skip a block forward and another 3 facing this way. Turn around, 3 facing the opposite way in this gap, and another 3 facing the opposite way right here. Then behind that, another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. Then a polished deep slate wall on each rail again. Then coming off the walls, we're going to do a 5 by 3 of polished deep slate slabs on the upper hitbox. Then 3 on this end middle. Then we're going to take out hoppers, come on the sides of the truck here, everywhere there's a wheel, put a hopper in front of it. Same thing on this side. Then do the truck at the other end, hoppers in front of these wheels. And the other side, hoppers in front of these wheels. Then we're going to take out grindstones here. And we're going to put a grindstone on the side of the stairs next to each hopper, so here and here. Do the same thing on this side. Come to the other end, do the same thing down here. And get the other side. Then between the grindstones, we're going to put 2 sideways spruce fence gates on each side. Come to the other truck and do the same thing, so 2 fence gates here, 2 here. Then come down on the end and put a single polished deep slate slab on the center. And same thing at this end, 1 in the center here. Then come up to whichever end's going to be your front end. And we're going to take out red concrete on this front end. And we're going to put 5 coming across right here. Then 1 on top of each side and 3 dark gray concrete in the middle. Then we're going to put a crimson button on the bottom of each side and a glow item frame on the top of each side. Then a column of 2 black glass on the center and each side, and 2 gray stained glass panes in the 2 middle gaps. then 3 gray concrete on the top middle, and then an outward facing red nether brick stair on either side of the top here. Then in the top middle, a dark oak sign. Then come around behind this, on either side of the bottom, we're going to put 2 layers of 3 white concrete. Then up on the front corner, a column of 2 black stained glass panes on either side, and a 2x2 of white concrete behind it. Then we're going to put 3 red banners coming up the side of the front here to hide the window, and 3 red banners on this side. Then we'll come behind this on the bottom, and on the outside edge we're going to do 9 blue concrete coming back, then 4 red concrete, then another 9 blue concrete, then 4 red concrete again, then another 9 blue concrete, and then behind that 3 white concrete. Come over to this side, and we're just going to copy our color pattern of concrete directly over. Just like that. Then we're going to come through, and above everywhere there's blue concrete, do a single layer of white concrete. Skip where the red concrete is and keep it coming on this blue concrete. Skip this red concrete, do the same thing back here. Just like that. Then on either side of the red concrete, we're going to make a column of 3 red concrete coming up. Same thing on this side. We'll do the same thing back here, a column of 3 red concrete on each side coming up. Then wherever there's red concrete, we're going to put 2 crimson doors in this gap, and same thing on this side here. Then we'll come through above the doors and put 2 red concrete above all the doors. Then we're going to come above the doors on the side, and we're going to close 2 birch trap doors on top of each door. And then same thing on this side here. Then in this gap here, we're going to do 4 black stained glass panes, a column of 2 polished black stone walls, and another 4 black stained glass panes on top. Then fill this with a 4x2 of black stained glass panes. And of course, we're going to copy it on this side. So 2 polished black stone walls in the middle, and a 4x2 of black stained glass panes on either side here. Then we do the same thing for this gap here, so 4 black glass panes, 2 polished black stone walls, 4 black stained glass panes, and raise it up to the top. Then do this side, same thing. And we're going to do this one more time behind these doors. So 4 black stained glass panes, 2 polished black stone walls, 4 black stained glass panes, and raise it up till it's 2 blocks tall. And then copy it over to this side. And raise it up 2 blocks tall again. Now back here, I made a mistake. We actually have to change this white concrete back here to red. So we're going to take out the 3 white concrete on each side, and we're going to put a 3x2 of red concrete in its place on each side. Then on top back here, a 2x2 of red concrete, and then 2 black stained glass panes on each side. Then switch to white concrete, and on either side of the end of this, we're going to put 2 white concrete, and then fill the middle 2 high with gray concrete. On top of each side, a glow item frame and a crimson button below them. Then above that, a column of 2 black glass on each side and in the center, and in these side gaps, 2 gray stained glass panes. Then up here, 3 gray concrete on the top middle. Then we're going to come in and grab smooth quartz stairs and an outward facing smooth quartz stair on the top of each side. Then on this side here, we're going to put 3 plain white banners coming up and 3 banners on this side. Now we're going to make a banner, so come into a loom with a white banner and red dye. We're going to put a vertical on each side and a horizontal on top and bottom. Switch to white dye and put a white border around it. Switch to blue dye and put a horizontal in the middle here. Now we need to come under this first window divider here. We're going to put 2 polished blackstone buttons like this. Same thing on the opposite side. Then we'll come back under this central window divider, and we need to come in and grab a regular item frame, put an item frame under the divider, and put that banner on for the logo, and a blackstone button on either side of it. Do the same thing here, so item frame with the banner, polished blackstone button on either side of it. Then we're going to move back to this back one, 2 polished blackstone buttons like this here, and 2 on this side here. Now, come back into a loom, this time with a light gray banner and yellow dye. We're going to make the top half yellow, switch to black dye, put a border around it, and then a horizontal in the center. And this will be for the lights. We're going to come up and put 1 on each of these item frames here, and we're going to turn it so the yellow's on the outside. Come down to the other end. Do the same thing down here. Put them on these item frames, turn it till the yellow's on the outside. Then we're going to come inside, and we're going to take out cyan terracotta and put 2 rows across, aligned with each set of doors here. Then come all the way to the end, and we're going to fill all the rest of this floor in with clay. Skip over this and continue filling it with clay. And then down to this end. Now we're going to come down to the front end again, and right in front of this first big window here, we're going to frame in a 3 block tall doorway with quartz blocks. And then put a door in the center here. Then this is the control cab, so we'll come in here. On the bottom right side, a glow item frame with an end crystal. On the left, a lever. Then 2 torches up here, and on this side, another glow item frame with an end crystal. Then we're going to come back here, and everywhere there's a door on either side of the door, we're going to put 3 warp fences coming up. Then same thing for these doors back here. 3 warp fences on each side of the door on both sides. Then we're going to take out dark prismarine stairs to be our seats here. And everywhere that's not doors, we're going to put inward facing dark prismarine stairs in a full row. So here and here. Skip over this. Fill this whole section on both sides. Skip over this and fill this whole section on both sides. Now we need to light it, so we're going to come up at the front here above this door, and right up the middle, we're going to put a full row of horizontal end rods all the way down to the other end. Once that's done, we're going to come back outside, take out red nether brick stairs. We're going to put 3 outward facing red nether brick stairs on the top right here, and 3 on this side. Move down to the next red section, 4 here, 4 here, then do the other side. Then we're going to start right here and fill in above these windows with outward facing smooth quartz stairs. Same thing here. And here. And up here we bring it all the way to the front. Do the same thing on the other side. Fill all the rest of these gaps up here with smooth quartz stairs facing outward. And in between here, and this gap here. Then we're going to come on the top middle, and we're going to fill this whole top middle 3 end to end with stone blocks. Once that's done, on top of this end, we're going to put a red nether brick slab on the top center. Come down here, and a smooth quartz slab on the top center down here. Then a white carpet on either side of that. And up at this end, a red carpet on either side of it. Then we're going to run a full line of stone slabs on the top center, all the way down to the other end. And this completes the build for the single car here. Now we need to go into how to make the rest of the train. What we need to do now is use the structure command to copy in, or just build more of these. We're going to copy in a second one here. And make sure when you copy it in, you're getting the coupler, so there's a 2-block gap of space between here. And then a third one. But the third car needs to be flipped, so that the cab is facing backwards at the opposite end. And then we need to modify the second car, because the second car here actually does not have a cab in it. So we're going to come inside this second car here. So we're going to come in here and come down to this end with the cab on the second car. And we're going to start knocking stuff out. Delete the door on all of these quartz blocks. Then delete this lever and this item frame, and we'll just continue our seats down to the end of it. Then up here, we'll continue at our horizontal end rods till it connects up and lights it. And now the second car is correct here. And we'll come back outside. So we have our 3-car set here, with a cab at one end, a cabless car, and then a cab at the other end. Then what we need to do is copy that same 3-car set exactly again behind it, so there's 6 cars. So the front car has a cab at the front. Then the second car has no cab inside. The third car has a cab facing backwards. The fourth car, we're going to have a cab facing forwards again, so they're looking at each other. Then the 5th car is another car that has no cab in it. And then the 6th final car is another car that's flipped, so the cab is facing backwards to the opposite end again. And there we have it, folks. This completes our tutorial for our London Underground train. I hope you enjoyed the build here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone, have a great week. Stay safe out there, rail fans.